This is Faith and Hope's mother, Rochelle. How you doing? All right. Well, I'm just updating you. Faith and Hope are not in here, not at home where they're supposed to be. I have sole physical custody of my children. Well, I have sole custody. Physical custody, they have been kidnapped. So I'm awaiting the special prosecution, the special grand jury to be impaneled. I had a signed prosecutor, investigator. His name was Mr. Brown. He, for some reason, had some kind of conflict and refused to do his job after being. I was told by a supervisor that he was going to do his job, but this is going on the third year. He hasn't done his job, so he needs to be fired and held equally liable because he's conspiring. Who no one can conceal a crime. But let me say this: it did take a while for the bad judge to get off the bench because he was being investigated since 2011, and he got disbarred and all that in 2020. Okay, so it took a few years. So maybe it's taken some time to get it done because Michael Hayusak is no longer a judge. Forever. He is gone. Told you the bad boy's coming. Y'all better start singing that bad boy theme song because Michael Hayusak going to jail. You going to jail. I'm not settling nothing until I see handcuffs on you, brother. You got to go downtown. You, Arlene Bradshaw, Kate Rosenthal, Ross Andrews. These are judges. The only attorney was Arlene Bradshaw, and then the county attorney, the district attorney. They got to go to jail. I need a public apology press conference. My kids need to be able to tell their story, our victim impact statement, all that stuff. And the man in Oklahoma left alone with my kids, he going to jail. It ain't no settling. There ain't no negotiation. These are things that must happen. I want handcuffs. I want them hog-tied. I want them to know what it feels like when they hog-tied me, stripped me naked, was all in my vagina and my whatnots and giblets and all that. They were all up in stuff. Men officers in my cell trying to drug me. Your turn. Your turn. Everybody's asking questions. Go subpoena. Go do a FOIA request for the records. The file number is 13079. Onondaga Family Court. You have a right to know in the interest of justice. That's when you do a FOIA request for somebody other than your own file, you do a FOIA request in the interest of justice because you want to know what happened to these children and to this family. I did nothing. That I did no harm, nothing to anyone. I was in my house with my kids, recovering from brain surgery, on the couch, working on documents after I made the kids and I something to eat. And they had their little tablets going in the room to go to bed. We were all snuggling up a little bit because we were just hanging out before they went in to go to bed. All of a sudden, cops at the door. They're keying and stuff. The officer Lydica was at the door. Matthew Lydica, badge number 163. He's sitting there looking like a wolf, smiling, nothing but his little, you see his canine teeth. He's just he is a dog. Then I had my life alert on. People were making fun about that. Listen, you can make all the fun you want. I can't make up having brain cancer surgery. I can't make up trying to recover. I can't make up, having medical equipment along with my kids' stuff. I was healing. I'm not about to apologize for nothing. I'm not apologizing for nothing. I didn't do anything to anyone, and me having brain cancer had nothing to do with the call. They said I educationally neglected my kids. That was false. I had a classroom, and see, now everybody's homeschooling. Now it's school, but when I wanted to do it, they want to call CPS. The school hurt my kids. The principal went to jail for hurting kids. Nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about that. My kids are being injured at school. That's what I did. Send my kids to school and they got hurt at Lemoyne Elementary. Go look up. Go to Google. Type in illegal timeout room, Syracuse, New York. And you'll see the principal handcuffed. Okay, no, she's going into court. One picture, she's in court. This woman she's in jail. They hushed that up. Then there was another official. It was like the schools are trafficking our kids. My daughter was missing. My daughter Faith was missing for over 5 hours. I called the I called the teacher that got arrested, the principal that got arrested, and I'm like, where's my baby at? This is my only daughter. Oh my God, where's my baby? Now she's at school. There's cameras allegedly, but where's my baby? So now my daughter is missing for 5 hours, and every hour the principal would tell me, "Come back. We're gonna find. We're gonna see what's going on. See what the bus is going on." She had all these excuses that were plausible. Oh, the parents are not picking, answering the door, so it's taking a little bit, So I was like, okay. Now my daughter is preschool, not mandated by law to go to school, right? But we do a contract letting my daughter go to school to get her services and all this other stuff. And my daughter comes home hurt. She comes home naked. The teacher had wrapped up her binky real aggressively. Shirley Costanza. I don't know what she's doing. She just become missing. Then I had a prosecutor on these cases here, Joseph Murphy. He's missing in action. This man made an allegation against me. They wanted me to waive my reading of the charges, and I said I waive no rights. Never. I waive no rights. I want to hear what you're talking about, because there's nothing here. What are you talking about? Why are we still in court past the statute of limitations? They had exactly 90 days to 6 months, 3 to 6 months, depending on if it was a felony or it was a misdemeanor. They exceeded all that 4 times over. I was in court a whole year for nothing. Then they had the nerve to make me an offer about 3 years. Man, go to trial. Let's go. I'm ready. Impanel the jury, man. You got me messed up. So no jury was afforded me. But yet they had me in jail again, illegally. And guess what? Here's a group of people in the jail. I guess they don't visit the court. So I guess the judge and the court was lying about my behavior in court, and had the grand jury come down to visit. So I didn't know at the time. So I'm in jail and I see all these people and I said, something's up. So either this is a group training or something. So I took my moment. Listen, if you want to verify what I'm saying, go ahead and foil the Onondaga County Sheriffs, okay? Ask them for the records, the video footage of me in jail. You will see me yelling or speaking to these people in the little crevice of the door. Like, I am being kidnapped. My name is Rochelle Moretta Brooks, formerly Rochelle Coleman. My kids' names is Faith and Hope Brooks. My kids were kidnapped. I was speaking. So that's impossible for me to be speaking and then to be crazy, because my stuff made sense. So I see these people walk around and they're looking back and they're kind of smirking, like, because they didn't think I was going to say, you think I'm just going to sit here looking stupid? No, I'm taking my opportunity. So then that was like on a weekend. Or a Friday probably. So then the weekends come, right? Oh, now you screwed, because ain't nobody got to come in. But then some of the nursing staff come. I know they're mandated reporters, so I'm pressing buttons in the cell, pressing buttons. The guards talking shit. I don't give a fuck. You got me in here illegally. You think I care about how you feel about me pressing the button because you got to do your job to answer me? Fuck out of here! I press that motherfucking button till my hand hurt. And every time I ask me how long till I got sleepy, and I went to sleep 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I was pressing that motherfucking button. Wish they would come in. I'm already cuffed up in the motherfucking cell illegally. Fuck y'all. I was pressing that motherfucking button. Don't press the button. First of all, you have dirty hands. You have me illegally. I don't care how you feel. You got me kidnapped. Yes, I'm pressing this button. So when the nursing staff come, they finally was like, well, what's going on? You're pressing the button. Yeah, you motherfuckers got me here kidnapped. You are mandated reporters. Your name is what? Okay, so you have to report me being in here illegally. I am notifying you that they have me held captive. Illegally. No reason at all. Please go investigate. Please, because you're going to be held liable. So what I did was I had an inmate handbook. And I would rip pieces of it and I would write on the book. Write everything, everybody who came in every day, every second, every meal, every person who came to the door, every 15 minutes that the guard did their little rotations and stuff, I would give them a piece of paper, letting them know I'm serving them because they had me here illegally. Yes, I did. You should do that if you ever get detained. You make noise. Now, it's a 75, 25% they may beat your ass, but you already getting your ass whooped. When they illegally arrest you, do you know that's an assault and battery? Every day, every second. So, me learning how to speak again, look at me now. It was under duress. They had me in court telling me to shut up. They had guards around me. And you know what I did? I yelled no. When my face was all stuck, I got that no out. And that was a legal objection. Social Security Act 1101 subsection D says, upon appearance objection, they cannot touch your children. They cannot enter your house pursuant Title 42-192. That is the current law. I called to Washington, the law reporter, and I asked her, was it current? And it was that the complete law? Is there anything else I'm not reading? She said, yeah. She was so sweet. She said, yeah, that's it. This is it. This paragraph is it. So It's not in positive law. So what does that mean? No, it's not in law. You know, they don't some sections they use, but this is not positive law. So that's like me robbing a bank with a fake gun. It's ineffective, but everybody think it's real. Why take a chance, right? It's not real, y'all. Touch it. Grab the gun. I'll be the one to see it's not real. So once we take the gun out of their hand, the fake toy gun out of their hand, we'll realize that they had no power. They had no power. Just like the Wizard of Oz. You took that curtain, they took the curtain down and saw this as a little man, little person. And no, I'm not racist, but I'm not stupid when I know when I'm being discriminated against. And everybody in that courtroom was white. There was no one like me. No one. And then when I raised the KKK claim, you know, the 1983, 5 and 6 discriminatory acts, law, violations, breach, all that stuff that they did, they wanted, here go a white woman that was violating me badly, come into my house. She is the prosecutor, knocking on my door like we're friends. I mean, not like with no fear, just come into my house, all types of night. That is illegal as hell. Even just on its face. On its face means just looking at it, just looking at this plainly, there's something wrong. You ain't even gotta, we can all be green for 2 seconds. I mean, you know, just for the duration of what I'm saying. You would still see on its face that this is wrong. What did this woman do? And it needs to be clearly explained. You need to understand, you stabbed a child. You beat a child beyond repair. It was over parentage discipline. You went too far. I was in the house. I had just cooked. My kids were going to bed. We were snuggled up. I'm up here with papers working, okay? Trying to figure out the law, trying to learn what I need to learn so I can fight for my family in this courtroom or, you know, advocate for myself because nobody helped me. Nobody could because any help that did come, they got scared off. The Black Lives Matter came into court, okay? Because they saw it was wrong. It was wrong. That's a fact. But when I went to court and the judge tried to smack me on her bench, she got her knee in the chair and was Kate Rosenthal, okay? She put her knee in the chair and tried and extended her hand to smack me or hit whatever she was going to, swinging at me. And 9 guards surrounded me. I wrote this claim down. This was on September 11th, okay? September 11th. So that's what was going on in the courtroom. This woman had lost her mind. So I'm in court and I'm trying to just figure out all this stuff because I got super counsel, right? I got the tip-top attorneys. Now I already fired William Boldoff, right? He had a case where I wasn't there, wasn't told about, didn't know anything about. Now, this is a man claiming to be my counsel. Didn't tell me anything. And then lied in the record saying that I was there. First of all, I can prove that I wasn't there. My phone records will show you. Everybody has GPS and coordinates on their phones. My phone was on. So how the hell, when I already was acquitted, they revived the case, double jeopardy, and then tell me I was in court when I wasn't. Okay? So they're remixing the record. So they're in there DJing the records of the court records, okay? Mixing and cutting and pasting. Literally. So I'm going to tell you this. So now that all this has happened, I did 13 minutes of kind of like trying to explain that my kids were kidnapped by Syracuse police by order of a fake judge that had no power, by an agency that had no power. It's just a figment of their imaginations because they're not in law. And I don't know why the parents ain't coming up, mobbing up, trying to get some, get some movement because they have no authority. So legislators, 3 branches of governments, what is going on? Why are you allowing this madness to happen? My kids are not bastards. They have a mother. They have parents. And then this is the sad part because my daughter Faith's father is Sean Shaw. This man was in court. Yes, he was in jail for a gun charge. See, I'm going to give you full disclosure. So when you talk to me or ask me a question, you identify who you are. You show your face and you give me full disclosure and give me the same respect. Don't come at me talking about what ain't true and what. Get out of here. Don't try to throw smoke and scream because everybody can read for themselves. The record tells you that the attorney general, right, sent me a payment. I was in jail. I didn't negotiate anything. My payment with my claim was very clear. For every second, there was $1 per second. For 1 year of $1 per second is over $32 million, okay? You do the math. Why the hell would I accept a negotiate or dwindle down to $1,999? And then they said requested. Who requested it? Because it wasn't me. I never requested that. First of all, I was in jail. They kept me in jail doing that. That meeting because I wasn't there. I had no knowledge of it. I was already falsely imprisoned for a claim that was already being paid because they saw that they wronged me. They had dirty hands. That is a claim. Unclean hands is a claim. You can say I'm suing you because you had unclean hands when you tried to take my kids away or file this charge or arrest me. Your hands were dirty. So me stating the obvious that it was racist, because it was. They can't, listen, ask them for a valid claim. They will give you none. That's why they try to pay me. I never got a payment. They put it in my Cash App account. I didn't even use the Cash App account at the time. And first of all, I was getting arrested so much. Who the fuck would know? So thank God I didn't know about it, because I would have took that straight right back to the Attorney General. I found out about that like 2 years later. I found that out in 2019. This happened in 2017 when they took my kids. The first time they took my kids was June 21st, 2016, because I did a claim a few days later. So they called me to the courthouse, Michael Hanusak. Now, I didn't know he had already had claims against him, but I did a claim against him, and that was on this Friday, Saturday. So they got it probably a Monday or Tuesday. That Wednesday, my kids were being taken for the first time. My baby Hope was taken out of my hand. H-O-P-E. My Hope was taken out of my hand. They threatened me the whole day trying to get me to sign a piece of paper for them to take my kids. And I wrote a statement. They tried to coerce me, force me, threaten me with the guards, the police. I mean, all kinds of tactics. First of all, there should be a law not allowing officers in or around the families to even appear to coerce or threaten. They need to make a glass bubble where a parent and their kids enter, you know what I'm saying, or something, because they do it for severely, so they need to do it because the court is severely, unjustified. It's injustice. They are paralyzed with corruption. It's just corruption nonstop. So they should have something to protect the parents while they're in court. No officer should be able to put their hands on you. You are there to freely speak, no matter what is being said. You have a right to speak. I don't care if you sing the alphabet backwards with 10,000 curse words. That is your right to speak. And if you choose not to speak, that is your right to speak. That does not give you right to say, I agree. I never said that. So you are adding to the record. You are adding to the word of God. That is a sin upon sin. You shall not do that. That is fraud upon the court. Now, you can ask me what I'm trying to express by me saying these alphabets and 10,000 curse words. Are you trying to object, or you're saying no to this? You need to be very clear, because people act differently under duress, under stress, when they see their kids taken out of their hands. I couldn't even cry. I stayed up the whole night. I went to the court and got a packet. I stayed up the whole night, and I filed my first lawsuit the next day, June 22nd, 2016. My lawsuit was in. I didn't know jack diddly squat, but I know every word of that packet, that thick-ass packet that they didn't explain to me. I made sure to Google every word, look up every definition if I didn't understand it. I was looking up the word Bivens, and I thought it applied, but I said it's for federal. Okay, it's not for me. Boom, boom, boom. I went through that packet. So when I hear people say I can't do it, yes, you can. Because I was going through it all. Hand paralyzed, eyes fucked up, ears, my hearing was, dull on the side that they cut my head. Headaches, like neck, all kinds of shit. But you gotta do it. You shouldn't even be trying to say the word can't. I know there's certain things that you can't take, like the pain of waking up. That's one thing, but don't even think about quitting. You can't. And you can't expect someone to do it for you, because I got my own weight on my shoulders. I got people coming to me talking about, well, what did you do? Can I get a tip? Fuck no. Get your ass to Google and look it up like I did. Because if I give you, I'm going to take from my day to help you, and then you say, fuck off, I get nothing. What do I get out of it? What kind of mutual agreement are we getting out of this? Because you're not going to report, you're not going to tell my story. Nobody's sharing my story, right? So I'm going to help you stop what I got to do to find something that meets your state or whatever, and then I get nothing. You ain't even going to share my story. You're not going to even call the U.S. attorney to ask questions. Nobody cares. So then you want me to care about you? That's not right, and that's not equitable, and don't do that. You better off not even contacting me. Just go to the next page and watch something else. Watch some cats or something. Watch some dogs or watch a movie, because I don't have time to play with people. That's not right. You need to treat people like you want to be treated. I'm here on this page pouring out my heart because I need help raising awareness. The courtroom could not deal with me. I went to the court for my kids' income and had to beat the U.S. attorney's ass because they were frauding. And during that case, I reported that they have my daughter kidnapped. You need to look into it before this can go any further. But they had to settle it because they had already wronged me by delaying the case and paying me for my kids and my income. They had delayed it grossly. So then they kidnap my kids and then take the income. What? More crime. I'm not going nowhere until I get my justice, okay? Justice is a must. I don't mean to hold y'all up, but I gotta go. Godspeed. Merry Christmas, y'all. This thing will let me in.